Hello guys, welcome back to another video of x86 assembly. In this video we are going to discuss about recursion and macros. What is recursion? Recursion means calling a function itself until the base condition fails. So there are two types of recursion. One is direct recursion and another one is indirect recursion. Direct recursion means when the calling function and called function both are same. Whereas in indirect recursion the calling function and called function are different, but that called function will again call the calling function. I think you don't get the clarity, so let us see a program and how recursion will be implemented in our assembler. See here, in this program we are going to calculate the factorial for number 3. Okay, here in data section we defined the message, and here all members know what is this. It will automatically calculate the length of the message for us, and we can use the bytes, the memory bytes by using this length here. As you people know, before we used that directive, equivalent directive before in BSS section we use BSS section for reserving the bytes for uninitialized variables. So here we initialized we allocated the space for factorial variable of memory 1 byte, and here our main piece of code will be written in start label. See here, we are moving our design number to BX register and calling the factorial procedure. Here this is the factorial procedure, and here it is comparing with one is compared with BL. See here we are comparing with BL because for our base condition, this is our base condition. In C we write if n not equal to 0. So this is the converted mnemonic or instruction in x86 assembly language. Here we are comparing BL with 1. This is the base condition to end our recursion function. And here JG, I discussed about the jump instructions in my previous video. You can refer that what is meant for JG. JG means jump if greater than. So if n greater than 0, so it will do calculation, and here again our procedure do calculation procedure will be called, and again here our recursion function procedure fact will be called again. And after incrementing BL, we are going to multiplying AL and BL, and that value will be stored into AX register. And here we return the return statement. As you people know, we must return the program control to main function. So as you people know that, I discussed in the previous video. After returning the result, see here we added AX30. We converted it we converted the result, and the result will get stored into AX register. And finally we are moving the result to factorial variable, and we are printing the factorial we are printing everything by using this system write call. All people know what's this for. It will use to print the output to the monitor. So let's see the compilation and what will the output. Sorry, rec.asm, file name is rec.asm. For producing the binary, we must use this command. To run the binary, use this. Yes, here factorial of 3 is 6. This is how we implement the recursion. Here this is an indirect recursion. See here it's calling the another function, and again that called function is calling the factorial procedure. So this is the example for indirect recursion. You can see the direct recursion in C. that is we are calling a function itself like return n into factor of n minus 1. That is an example for direct recursion because the calling function and called function are same at that situation. Okay, up to now this is how we this is about the recursion. Let's see about the macros. Here macros are nothing but a sequence of instructions that are assigned by a name and can be used that instructions by using the macro name. In C programming we are used to define some variables using macros, and instead of using that variable, instead of using that that constant, we are going to use the variable name. Same here, but in this we are going to use the sequence of instructions at the same time. In C we are only supposed to use one way use variable. We use the macros only to store the constant values only, but here we can store the instructions in the macro. This is a declaration of macro. Percentage macro, macro name and number of parameters. Here this is a example for type 2 functions in C. It will act same like that, because in type 2 function it will accept the parameters. Same like here also our macro will accept some parameters. You need to mention the number of the parameters that you are passing through. And here is our macro body. In this we are going to write the macro instructions. At last you need to use end macro directive to represent our macro is going to end. So let's see a program. I think this is enough for theory. Let's see in program. See here we are using this whole thing for every time. All members know what will do these for these 5 instructions. These 5 instructions are used for printing the output to monitor screen. Here number 4 and number 1. Number 1 for system for invoking the system right call and number 4 for it's get reversed. EAX for this is the std out descriptor file, and another one is to invoke the system right call. And here we need to pass the memory address here, the variable name. Here we need to pass the number of bytes. So when we need to pass the arguments to the macro, we are supposed to represent the arguments using percentage symbol. Here this is the first argument and here this is the second argument, and hence this macro will accept 2 arguments. You need to pass the number of arguments that it will accept. So here we mentioned 2, and we are interrupting the kernel with relevant system call, and at last percentage n macro representing that our macro is getting ended. So in text section we use it to write message 1 comma length 1. Here we defined 2 variables, 3 messages, and all members know what's this for. It will automatically return the length for you without calculating the length manually. And here write string message 1 comma length 1. Whenever you use this whenever you are using the macro, you need to pass arguments like write string macro name space the number of arguments. Here we pass in message 1 length 1, and therefore the arguments will get stored here, and the system the monitor the output will get printed to monitor. And after this executing this instruction, the same will be done in previous. Okay, again the argument will get stored and the monitor will it will get the messages will get printed. At last, after executing these 3 instructions, we must exit our program by passing number 1 argument to AX register, that is invoking a system exit call, exit system call, and after you need to interrupt the kernel with relevant system call. I hope you all members understood about macros also. Instead of using this whole thing, instead of writing this whole thing, whenever we need to write whenever you need to print something, you can use macros for writing. See here the piece of the code reduced I mean the code length reduced that we use it now, and we can I mean this is an application for function. Whenever you need to use the function, we just call the function. Here also same, whenever we need to use that macro, we can call that macro using the macro name. So this is similar to our functions, but not exactly. Functions can return the values, but macros cannot return the value. That is a basic difference between the functions and macros. Okay, let's see the compilation and observe the output. ld -m elf i386 mac.o yes. Here I passed the message, I defined the message 1 as welcome and message 2 as I'm 2 and third message as take close channel. How the see, that is how we printed our messages using macros without using the whole system right call again, without using this whole code again and again. This is a simple way of reducing the code. We can reduce the code by using functions and macros. Okay, I told the basic difference between macros and functions is function can return the values, whereas macros cannot return the values. That is a basic difference. Both functions are same. Functions are used to execute a sequence of our instructions, whereas these macros are also used for same thing, but not for every purpose. The macros is not correct. We must go for functions. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you like the content in the video, please do like and subscribe and tap on the bell icon. Never miss update from our channel. Happy learning. Have a great day.